Imagine a realm of unending flames, where every scream echoes into infinity and despair clings to the air like smoke. This is hell, a place of boundless torment where the souls of sinners writhe in agony. Yet they are not alone. In the deepest shadows lurk 7 archdemons, princes of unfathomable evil, each embodying one of humanity's most destructive vices. Welcome to the infernal court. Tonight, we unveil the origins, powers, and eternal schemes of the 7 princes of hell. Belphegor, Prince of Sloth. Origin: heaven. Neither siding with the light nor the dark, his refusal to act branded him a defector in the celestial war. Domain and influence. Banished to the abyss, he became Belphegor, demon lord of sloth. Unlike other princes who incite violence or envy, Belphegor's weapon is inaction. He whispers suggestions of procrastination and apathy into the minds of mortals. A lost opportunity, a neglected friendship, or an abandoned dream, each sprang from his subtle influence. Anecdote. In medieval lore, monks were said to feel an unseen weight pressing on their eyelids during long vigils. That, they believed, was Belphegor at work, ensnaring even the devout in his lethargic embrace. Azazel, Prince of Wrath. Origins and myth. Among the earliest of Lucifer's followers was Azazel, whose name appears in the Book of Enoch. He descended to earth and, in defiance of divine order, sired the Nephilim, giant offspring born of angels and human women. Domain and influence. After the flood cleansed the world, Azazel rose once more, no longer angel but archdemon, crowned Prince of Wrath. His domain is uncontrolled fury, wars, vendettas, and the blind hatred that tears families and nations apart. Anecdote. Ancient texts claim that any battlefield soaked with blood trembles with Azazel's laughter. He feeds on the adrenaline of rage, growing stronger with every act of violence. Mammon, Prince of Greed. Origins and myth. Originally worshipped as a pre-Christian god of wealth, Mammon was later demonized by church fathers aiming to warn against idolatry of riches. Domain and influence. Mammon's strength lies in avarice, the ceaseless hunger for more. He confronts mortals with the illusion that endless wealth breeds happiness. Every coin hoarded, every corrupt bargain struck, tightens his grip on the human soul. Anecdote. A medieval tale tells of a miser so consumed by gold he built walls around his heart. Legend says Mammon himself visited the man in a dream, promising even greater fortune, only to lead him to a pit of molten coins. Beelzebub, Prince of Gluttony and Pestilence. Origins and myth. Beelzebub's name derives from Baal-zebb, the ancient Philistine lord of flies. Early Christians fused him with the pagan god Baal, forming a terrifying demon who corrupts both body and spirit. Domain and influence. As lord of pestilence, Beelzebub unleashes plagues, both physical and spiritual. His sin is gluttony, not only of food but of disease. He glories in the consumption and decay of flesh, reveling in humanity's helplessness. Anecdote. During the Black Death, some believed Beelzebub roamed plague-ravaged villages, draping villagers' doorways with carrion flies. To appease him, desperate townsfolk left offerings of bread and ale, often in vain. Asmodeus, Prince of Lust. Origins and myth. Asmodeus appears in the Book of Tobit as a demon of wanton desires. In other traditions, he was the mortal king of a debauched Sodom, an exemplar of unrestrained passion. Domain and influence. As Prince of Lust, Asmodeus preys on carnal weakness. He sows infidelity, obsession, and hedonism, turning love into a weapon. His victims are consumed by desire until they betray their closest bonds. Anecdote. Folklore warns that travelers who lingered too long under moonlit oaks would feel a seductive presence, Asmodeus himself, whispering promises of forbidden pleasures in exchange for eternal servitude. Leviathan, Prince of Envy. Origins and myth. Described in the Book of Job as a fearsome sea dragon, Leviathan embodies the abyssal depths of jealousy. In Jewish apocalypse literature, he is a primordial creature destined for destruction at the end times. Domain and influence. Leviathan rules envy, the corrosive desire for another's blessings. He prowls the hearts of kings and peasants alike, promising that by tearing down others, one might rise. His influence spawns betrayal among friends, siblings, and lovers. Anecdote. Medieval mariners told of nights when the ocean's surface rippled, as though a giant serpent swam beneath. Fishermen claimed that envy lurked in those waves, waiting to drag the envious into Davy Jones's locker. Lucifer, Prince of Pride. Origins and Myth. Once the most radiant of angels, Lucifer, Lightbringer, fell when his pride convinced him he equaled the Almighty. His rebellion was swift. Michael's legions cast him and his followers into the pit. Domain and influence. Lucifer reigns supreme over pride, the root of all sin. He inflates egos, blinds mortals with arrogance, and convinces them they need no higher power. Every act of hubris, every unrepentant heart, strengthens his throne. Anecdote. Church tradition tells of Lucifer's whisper at the heart of every tyrant, "Rule like a god, conquer like a god." And many have believed his deceit, only to find their empires crumble. The 7 princes of hell stand ever ready, plotting, corrupting, and feasting on humanity's worst impulses. Will you recognize their tricks, or will you fall into their infernal snares? If you found this descent into darkness fascinating, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an expedition into myth and legend. Join us next time as we journey to the sunken city of Atlantis, uncovering truths beneath the waves. Until then, stay vigilant, for evil often wears a familiar face.